Hi, this is Carrie. Welcome to my podcast. On May 23rd, 2025, Oklahoma City was rocking. The Thunder defended home court with authority, taking down the Minnesota Timberwolves 118-103 and jumping out to a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. Now, I'm not here to whine about the officiating, though let's keep it real. It was pretty lopsided in the first half. At one point, the free throw disparity was 10-1. But here's my take. If you can control the whistle, then control what you can. Adapt. Defensive, rebounds, steals, find another way to punch back. Minnesota came out in Game 2 looking flat. That was obvious from the jump. Maybe it was the energy in the building. SGA was just the crowned MVP before tip-off, and you could feel the MVP boss electrify the Thunder roster. Still, there's no excuse for the Wolves. Let me be clear, I've got nothing but respect for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The man earned that MVP, and his body of work speaks for itself. But if you are Minnesota, if you are Anthony Edwards, you've got to be thinking, why not me? Where's the chip on your shoulder? Where's the challenge's hunger? I saw the fire in Ant, I'll give him that. Maybe a bit from Jaden McDaniels too. But outside of that, crickets. The rest of the Wolves didn't match the urgency. Then there's a second layer of this, how the Wolves respond to the refs. After getting no love in the first half, they almost seemed to say, oh, forget it, we're not attacking anymore. Suddenly it was all jumpers and perimeter hunting. That's not it. You can't just abandon your game plan because the whistle is not going your way. Stick to the strategy, drive the ball, force contact, keep the pressure on. And what happened in the third quarter? Minnesota couldn't buy a three. 0 made threes in the entire frame. The drought widened the gap and gave OKC all the breathing room they needed. When the refs finally started balancing out the calls in the second half, the Wolves woke up. But by then, the damage was done. Hartenstein picked up his fourth. Caruso fouled it out with 3 minutes left, and SGA was sitting on the 5 fouls with 2.5 to go. Minnesota got a lead down to the single digits, but the Thunder, they had already built their wall. The confidence, the swagger, that was locked in. There's an old Chinese saying, strike while the iron is hot. The second strike weakens, and the third fails altogether. Translation, you don't get many chances in the playoffs. And when you hesitate, the window slams shut. Basketball is a team game. It's not just SGA versus Ant in a 1-on-1 battle. Edwards had a fire, but his supporting cast, nowhere near what Shai had backing him. Caruso, in just 24 minutes before fouling out, was everywhere. Disruptive on defense, relentless on perimeter, injecting life into the Thunder possession. And don't forget about the Chet Holmgren and the Jalen Williams, the two dudes who have been massive in relieving pressure off SGA when the double teams come. OKC is up 2-0, and now the series heads to Minnesota. Game 3 is do or die. Go down 3-0 and you're not just in the hole, you're staring into the abyss. Chris Finch, you have to regroup fast. The Wolves need to stick to their identity, trust their game plan, and play with conviction, whistle or not. And finals, a word to the NBA. Fans want fair fight. We want to see stars earn their way, not get nudged along by officiating bias. Let the players decide these games. Shai is too good to have this MVP run clouded by controversy. He doesn't need refs in his corner. He needs the challenge. Let the best hoopers hoop. Period.